Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for July 27th through August 2nd. We're going to check in with our little mermaid deck here, going with our mermaid ocean theme for the summer, see what's coming up for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising. And we're going to pull a money affirmation for you all from this deck here. So without further ado, my darling Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, let's see what's going on for you, you little fishies. What's happening for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising for the week ahead? Okay, my darlings. First up, we have, Coral's wisdom, colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. Well, Pisces, you guys have had a very interesting reoccurring theme in the weekly forecasts, in that many of you are coming into a time of really embracing your power, your confidence, your beauty, inside and out, your talents, your abilities. So I feel that this work, this great work over time, is you, Pisces. I feel like you guys are really kind of focusing on yourselves, and you're like building yourself or reinventing yourself. I feel like you're going through this reinventing process. But the most beautiful part about the reinventing process for you, Pisces, and please don't take this the wrong way, because I'm not saying it in a mean way, I'm saying it in a complimentary kind of way. I feel like a lot of you have spent a lot of time in your life bonding and becoming closer with the people in your life by kind of like trying to find things in common with them, or trying to go with the flow and, show interest in them by engaging with them in their interests and what they like to do. But in this reinvention, you're kind of shaking off or removing some of those layers, and you're coming into the authenticity of who you are and what you like to do and what your interests are. And so I feel like there's this sense of just becoming more yourself, and I feel a lot of you are feeling a lot lighter, like you can finally breathe. I think some of you are even feeling kind of sexier here, with that energy as well, like just coming into who you are and being yourself. I also it just jumped out at me. Oh, it's number 31. Okay, I thought, well, okay, I saw it as 11, but it's 31. So I saw 11, so that's manifesting. You're manifesting a lot right now. 31 is a message, an angel number that lets us know that the ascended masters and angels are around us right now, working with us. 1 is a number of a new beginning. Okay, so it's basically just trying to give you confirmation that you're on the right path, and you're creating this better version of you, this more accurate version of you, to really step into living that best life. The next card here, Pisces, is the return of Aphrodite. I told you guys, some of you were going to be feeling yourselves in a good way, in a positive way, feeling cute, feeling good, feeling attractive here. The return of Aphrodite, temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. So seeing yourself as sacred, being in that beautiful goddess energy, attracting that beautiful goddess energy. Pisces, I feel also, this card came up, I think this card came up for Aries, but I'm getting a different vibe for this card for you guys than the vibe that I got for Aries. There's obviously the whole thing of like being in your confidence and attracting attention, and that kind of like high priestess vibe or high priestess energy. However, I'm getting a kind of a different vibe here, or an extra meaning for you guys. And that meaning that I'm getting for you guys is that I feel some of you are healing your relationship with the feminine energy. Okay, so embracing your own feminine energy, finding ways to be in your feminine energy while still feeling powerful, while still feeling safe. And I feel some of you, regardless of whether you are male or female or non-binary or however you identify, regardless of that, I feel that there's a healing Pisces for you all through the whole energy of relationship with the feminine, with feminine energy. So you might be healing some mother wounds, some wounds you might have between you and your mom. Maybe you had a very critical mom, or maybe women in your life have kind of seemed to be flaky or judgmental or catty. You know, that's a really big one for women, right? Like sometimes you'll meet women and they'll say things like, oh, well, you know, all my friends are guys, or I don't really get along with girls. I'm not like other girls, right? And it's not that they're not like other girls. It's just that the women in their life maybe have been catty or not very trustworthy. It doesn't mean all women are that way, you know? And so I feel, Pisces, that a lot of you are healing that kind of stuff, right? You're healing that kind of stuff within yourself, and you are stepping into this goddess energy, and you are attracting goddess energy. You are attracting higher vibrational feminine interactions. And whatever criticism you had to endure in the past, or cattiness or betrayal, you're healing from it, you're shaking it off, and you're feeling confident and beautiful and powerful and deserving and worthy. Okay? The next card here, my darlings, is the Mirror, which is interesting, and I'll tell you why. Because one thing I failed to say, those two dolphins make me think of like the Lover's card or the Two of Cups, right? And both the Two of Cups with the two cups mirroring each other, or the Lover's card, the Gemini energy of like the two kind of mirror energy. So I just thought it was interesting that your next card here was the Mirror. And so the Mirror card says, know thyself, self-examination, seeing who you really are. What beautiful confirmation, right? We talked about that with the first card of, this is a time in which you're reinventing yourself, and you're pulling off the old layers, and you're stepping into who you really are. Who you really are on a deep kind of level. Now, Pisces, I want to also kind of prepare you, and I'm not saying this to be a negative Nancy or to scare anybody. It's just something that in the beginning of my journey, I really wish I knew. I really wish I knew this. I wish somebody would have told me this. So I'm saying it to you because I think if anybody needs to know this, it's Pisces. Because Pisces, I don't mean to stereotype, but all the Pisces I've ever known have been very loving. And all the Pisces I've ever known have like just really hated conflict. You know, like they just want to find a way for everyone to get along, and they want to be helpful, and they want to be nice, and they want to do good. You know, Pisces are not hateful people. You know, obviously in every zodiac sign there's gonna be, you know, some bad apples, right? You know, but like I'm a Scorpio, right? And I can say as a Scorpio, if Scorpio gets pushed a little too hard, you're gonna see some you're gonna see something with a Scorpio. Pisces would prefer, the Pisces I have known would prefer not to go there, right? It's like, well, let's just find a solution. Let's find a way to make this work. And so Pisces has that very loving energy, right? That peace offering energy. So one of the things that happens when you're going through your awakening and you're going through your self-discovery, the same way that you're going to see all the things that make you beautiful and special and wonderful, as you're waking up, you're going to catch on to the old habits that you're ready to release. These are old habits that aren't good for you anymore. And so you might see ways in the past in which maybe you feel like, oh wow, I was really insensitive to that person's needs. Or oh wow, that was maybe in that situation, I handled that in kind of a manipulative way. Like we start seeing some of our defense mechanisms, or we start seeing the ways we did things that weren't so high vibrational. And that can be difficult to realize, and we might feel really bad about it. And like I said, especially for Pisces, because you guys don't go around like wanting to hurt people's feelings, or, like you just want to do good and you want to love and be loved. So when you go through that mirror aspect and you're seeing all the amazing things about yourself, hold on to those. And when you start to see the things about yourself that you're like, oh wow, that's a false belief I gotta let go of, or oh wow, that's a survival mechanism that I'm going to have to tune or adjust and, not continue those patterns anymore. When you see that stuff, don't beat yourself up. Don't drown in guilt. It's not being shown to you for you to feel guilty. It's being shown to you because you're awake enough now to where you can do things a different way. You have better tools. You have better ways of doing things. So just simply make that switch. Don't spend time being mad at yourself. You didn't know any better, right? You can't be mad at yourself for not knowing any better. Your next card here, Pisces, is guide. Wow, look, this is crazy. I really feel some of you are dealing with a Gemini, okay? Or if you have Gemini in your chart somewhere, that aspect of your life is really coming front and center, because we had the mirror, we had the two dolphins, and I said those both made me think of like, Gemini and, the lovers and the mirror. And now you have, again, these two twins here. So I really, really feel like there's some Gemini energy coming in, or duality. So it says a guide, a mentor, a trustworthy ally. Some of you may be leaning on a Gemini, okay, who's maybe going to be a very significant part in your journey and bringing about healing, and kind of, holding space for you as you're finding yourself. Okay. And even if there isn't a Gemini in your life specifically, it could be within yourself. You're finding your duality and you're accepting it and embracing it and realizing that it's all good, that it's all beautiful. Okay. Some of you may be reaching out and finding a mentor, an ally, a teacher. Maybe some of you are, stepping out and going to therapy or counseling, or you may be finding a spiritual advisor, or someone that you feel is going to be able to help give you some guidance. I feel some of you are doing the whole 9 yards. You're finding, like, you're going to the doctor and you're getting your health looked at, and you're going to the counseling and getting your feelings and thoughts looked at, and you're going to like a spiritual advisor. Like, I feel like a lot of you are just, all of you, every aspect of yourself, you're taking care of, and you're finding mentors or advisors in each one of those areas. Your physical health, emotional health, mental health, spiritual health. You're seeking out guidance. We're gonna see what your money affirmation is here. Pisces, as always, I encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks they may resonate with you more than others. They might add a little extra information. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you want to click on the Calendly link, you can schedule a private reading with me there. Alrighty, my dear. So what do we have here? So your affirmation for money. Ooh. You have ambition. And this card always makes me think of the Chariot card. And the thing about the Chariot card is Spirit is just letting you know, make a decision. Decide where you want to go, and your angels and guides are going to step up and help you make it happen. The Chariot card always makes me think of the quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson when he said, once we make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. So you're going to receive the help. You just got to make up your mind. The affirmation here says, I am ambitious and do not procrastinate or waste time being negative. Okay. Now you might want to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos and take those affirmations and put them all together and make one big, affirmation. You might want to add things to this. You might want to tweak the wording. Feel free to do so. I strongly, strongly suggest and strongly recommend that you do the affirmation the first thing in the morning when you wake up and the last thing at night before you go to bed. Just say it out loud. This is a really great way of reprogramming the brain. And when you do it at these times, what you're doing is you're instilling it during that shifting from conscious to unconscious energy. So what's going to happen is you're going to plant the seed so it becomes a part of your automatic thought. It's going to be in your brain there on autopilot. You're not going to have to think about it. You're not going to have to remind yourself of it. It's going to be an existing way of thinking. So that can be very helpful. You guys might also want to check out your channeled angel messages if you haven't already. Those are linked in the description for the ones for July. August should be up soon. Love readings for July are also linked in the description. And love readings for August should be up soon. Don't forget, guys, every single day I post a daily message on Amethyst Angellight, Facebook and Instagram. And every month I choose somebody from the likes and the comments on the social media pages. And one person wins a free 30-minute reading. And the other person wins whatever the different giveaway prize is for that month. So be sure to check out the daily messages and the little pick a card game I do on there as well. If you like the videos, if they're helpful for you and you would like a little dose of daily messages, be sure to keep up with the card of the day and the pick a card that I post on the social media. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Have a wonderful week, Pisces. Take care.